Hello everyone. As we know nowadays, many more 3D artists are emerging, many more 2D designers are emerging. So, what what we can do to be an artist in between them? So what I will be doing, I'll try to create every day a single 3D abstract wallpaper, and I'll share you as a tutorial in YouTube, and that output of that artwork and few glimpses of this tutorial to your your Instagram. I mean my Instagram, so where you can also follow and subscribe on YouTube and follow on Instagram. So now let's start with this. So here you can see a Blender screen 3.0, the version I'm using right now. First of all, for any kind of work, I like to set my scene. That is, I'll set this panel to shader editor. I'll press N. I'll press N here, and I'll start an add-on which we call shortcut VUR. So by this help, I will be whatever I am pressing on my keyboard, or I am clicking or right clicking or scrolling through my mouse, then it will show you what the action is done. So now I will split this part vertically, and I'll create a frame here. I'll put it image editor. So now this part is my video area where I will be keeping my video, my FaceTime, and here will be the texture where I will be working for on textures. This screen, this panel of 3D viewport, I will split it to half, and here I will work as what do we call through camera, and we can see whatever through camera we can see the output how it will be. And here I can work either way. I can work on this, I can work on this. I don't have right now any camera, so I won't be doing it. So what I will be doing, I'll try to create something. So let's delete this three default objects in scene when we create. So uh, let's create a cube. I can press control space bar, so I can only work, or I can focus on the one viewport. So now what I'll be doing, I will arrange it somehow. This is my X, this is my Y axis. So press tab for edit mode, or for object mode you can jump in by using tab on keyboard. So S Y, so I can thin it out. Okay, then somewhat here press I will say let's go to face, or you can say mesh. What it is, face selection, click to face, press I in your keyboard and scale it, inset it this way. I need this part here. I will extrude it by pressing E. This is enough. Now go to edge mode, edge selection, click here, select one edge, left clicking, shift alt, hold it, and click to the following edge. You will have a loop selection. Okay, you will have a loop selection. Now this loop selection I will bevel it, so control B to bevel. This is not a correct bevel, so I'll say this is enough. Okay, now again I need to select this edge. Let's try to scale it little. Okay, now insert again once, or I think we don't need the insert. Where we see, okay, yeah, let's increase the selection this much. Press shift D, so it is duplicating the selected part. Press enter without moving the cursor, then press P, so we can separate that selected duplicated part. Okay, and press tab to jump into back to this object mode. Now this is the object. Okay, I hide it, this is the original object. So what happened, now I will be deleting this the original object. I will delete this part of face. Let's delete, press X, or you can press delete, select X, and you have this dialog box where you can select and the part which you want to delete, or the format which you want to delete. What do you want to delete? Face. Why? Because I have selected face selection, and I've selected that face which I want to delete. So I'll click to face. This is done. So now what? Now I'll give to edge mode, where look, control B. See, I'm doing this. Let's go backside and press 3 on keys you have, the numbers you have from 1 to 0, just above your letter keys like tab and Q, W, E, R, all. Just above that you have a line of keys which shows 1 to 0. There, if you press 1, you will have the selection mode of vertex in edit mode. If you press 2, you will have the selection of edge. If you press 3, you will have the selection of faces. So I will go with faces. I'll press 3 and I'll select the face. I press I, and now just for sake I'll keep it till here. Now what I want to do, I'll press 2 for edge selection. Sorry. Now I'll select edge, Shift Alt, hold the Shift Alt and left click to the edge. You will have a selection of loop selection, and same way you have to do all the sides. You got it. Press Alt Z. You can see now a see-through or X-ray mode, so you can understand what is selected. You can jump in back to same Alt Z. Now Control B again for bevel, and I will choose to get this in a way where it seems in this way. Okay. Now what is happening? This part, you see, this part is too thin. Let's see. Uh, let's say edge again. Control B. I want also something here. Okay, now what about this? Press 1 to get vertex selection mode. You can connect or you can cut or you can knife these vertex to create an edges in between where you don't have it but you want it. So what you can do? Why I do this? I try to create such model in a way where if I use some smoothing modifier, it won't create a triangle or it won't create any pinch or black artifacts while smoothing it out. So press K, it's for knife. You can see here, you as you keep hovering on this icon in edit mode, you will have all the details of that tool, that is knife cut new topology. It helps to cut new topology. Shortcut shift spacebar or K. So I'll press K, click, and enter. Then the new segment is created on the surface. Same way I'll keep doing it. Why I'm keeping this style of loops? Because it will hold my design, my surface of this object, but also it will create the good topology where I can handle it if I want to edit it with the help of vertices and edges and faces. So it's must, it's necessary. Try to create your object in a good topology where it is very, it has been created very lightly and in detail. So here it is. Now how I'll use this. So let's select it. Let's grow and let's scale it a little. Right click and relax. See, it's getting relaxed. It's okay. Now this is good. Now I'm sorry if you are hearing some little disturbance. Okay, so hold it. I'll just so now I need to solve this issue. I don't want in a way like if I use a modifier, if the design is good, it's okay. If not, then I have to delete. How I will delete? See, edit. I've selected the loop of this edge. Press twice G, and you will have a track where you can drag it, so your design is not getting disturbed, and you give a good equal topology. So now it's done. Now why I did this? I want this output in a way. So if I say okay, now I'm by mistakenly I've done the reverse work, so we'll change it later. So how we can change it? Okay, select all, R, Z means rotate but only on Z axis. Press it 180 and done. Now here I need a opposite side. Okay, now right now I don't want this model, so I will hide it. Here it is. Now what I'm doing here, I've done this thing. Now I'll use solidify. I'll give some numbers, thickness, how much thickness I want. Okay, this is enough, and try to get it even. How it is even or not, let's see here. You see this, you have this thickness, but how it is even? See this small jerk, at least here you can see, you can experience that jerk, which explains that it is even at each and every faces. It is giving the thickness evenly at each and every faces. So this is the point where you need to use even thickness where it's very needed. So this is one thing. Okay, now I'll say apply for now, but if you don't want, it's okay, you keep it as it is. But in future when you need this edges to be done, I'm afraid you have to apply it. So how you will apply this, how you will fixate it that this is a complete 3D model. Now it doesn't carry any modifier. So you should be at object mode and then go to modifier and select your object and then go to modifier of it, and if it shows solidify or any modifier, you can click to apply or press Control A. You will have everything, but here it is different, so you have to be here and say Control A, or obviously you can click to apply. This is done. Now the second object, so let's give this name. I don't want anything like cube 1 2 3, so this will be a base box. This will be button. Why button? I will explain you later. But also I need to give this collection a name, that what I am creating now. The first pointing, I am creating a button style soft body shape or an object which explains that this button is like an Instagram icon or like in some simple indicated object. Now this whole design could be as a cuffling, it could be as a button for a cloth to patch, or it could be in product where it has been used or it has been manufactured as studs or as beads or some decorative objects, but as a product. Why I'm saying as a product? Because I will present it, or because it can be used, this design, as some in phase of product. So let's do that. So I'll say buttons, and instead of base box, let's give it name base body. Okay, and this is one collection. Okay, so now I have to deal with this box, but what happened in front view, we see we have done this all. So let's do one thing. I can delete this X. I'll create this duplicate. So um, yeah, tab, go to faces, click any face, but between any face, like I want to select a loop of these faces. So control I mean shift and alt, then click to the edge of these two faces, between these two faces, click, and you will get the loop. So same way you can keep selecting with whatever you want in this loop. You see why I'm using this gizmo and all, because facing I'm facing some problem with my mouse middle scroll to use this orbiting thing. So here I've done this much. Now I want to duplicate this. So control I mean shift D, sorry, I'm always speaking out as control as for use. Okay, I duplicated it. Press P to separate that object. Okay, press edit to come out from that edit mode. Now this is the object which I want, but one thing, if I go to edit, I need an edge and I need this part to be packed. So I'll select those edges, I'll press F, it will get packed, and now as it is selected yet, I will press I to give a nice loops, I guess here, say insert. Okay, and now I need to connect these sticks, then I will divide these things, and then I will do some here. So bevel thing. So what we can do, first of all, let's say let's connect it. So okay, click, enter. Okay, no, it's wrong. Okay, and then click to the vertex again. It automatically snaps to the next vertex or near to the vertex, and you will get the correct position. If you are not correctly getting it, then do the same work a little closely. So again, done, good. Okay, about me, while I'm doing this work, as I was discussing online just before on Instagram with my viewers, that I like to create 3D projects or 3D art much more than anyone else. I have been doing this work, or doing in my life. I'm working in 3D field about more than 20-21 years. I've been teaching since then to others same things. I have been teaching I mean motion graphics, graphic designing, sketching, paper art, I mean craft kind of a craft work, miniature making, 3D printing. I have few friends those who build the 3D printers, and I work for them for their 3D projects. So I create those sculptures in 3D, and I give them in format of STL, and they print it out as from 3D printer for the further use. And same way I do 3D visualization for interior products, architecture, industrial, anything, whatever can be made or manufactured, it can be created with the help of 3D. That all I do. I create assets for personalized manner for companies. I train teams of the companies how you can use this 3D, what for your own criteria of your projects or of your company. Like if an interior designing company is working in the same manner, so what way their 3D team can use this techniques of Blender, or use this technique to create their projects fine in the in their daily use. So how this is possible? So I train them the software, the use of software, the techniques of whatever they need to achieve those in those projects. And I'm hiding this object, the outer object, so I can create a nice bulge. So let's have this here. Okay, so I can deal with it. This is okay. I'm using to control R for giving this divisions on the edges, and one control R for, I guess this is 2 is enough. Now what happened? I'll select these, control plus to grow the selection. Now right click, relax, then again grow till where you can get some good relax loop. uh, Relax. Okay, even you can go a little further, relax. And now I'll switch on this, I'll see it here, it's going good, but I need little extrude out. So G Y to get it out, scale it so I can level it in the edge surface or inner surface. I'll say scale Y so I can make it such positions as a button. So this is enough. Okay, yeah. Now next thing, this one. So Z solid, here it is. Now what I'm doing, I'll take edit mode in of this object. I'll select this edge, control B. I don't need much more segments here, so I will say this is enough. And no, let's do again, control B. Okay, that's it, it's done. Yeah, so I was saying, uh, I like to share my ideas of workflow of 3D, of different kinds of project. I do product visualization, like for example, electric switches, screwdrivers, household item, kitchen whole item, I mean products, furniture products, decorative products, sculptures, or structural elements which are been manufactured right on the site, on the construction site, but they need some planning. So they, when they plan, when they want an visualization, I also do that. I do interior visualization. Clients give me, or design, the interior designer or the architect give me those interior layouts or drafts, AutoCAD drafts or layouts. On that basis, I visualize them in 3D. I, according to their need, I give textures, lights, and appearance, so they can see it before they have it, what they are requiring or what they are imagining it. So that's why I've been, and it's been many years, like as I numbered, it's been 20 years around, where I've been teaching, where I've been doing freelance, where I also done many jobs, and I love to do this work. But I feel that if you're not getting tired, if you're not aware of what it's time right now, how long I'm sitting, whether I'm hungry or thirsty or not, that means you're doing the work of your own interest, of your own liking, that you love to do it. So that means in future, if you keep doing this with taking care of your daily life, your relations, and your health especially, then no one can stop. But you can't be backed off, you can't be unsuccessful. You will be successful in some level, some way, in some amount. Maybe it will be a little amount, but it will be, it won't stop. It won't stop to give you something as an earning. So keep doing it, keep inspiring yourself. So how you can inspire yourself, that is, I always inspire myself creating wallpapers, creating screen backgrounds. Whatever I imagine, whatever I think I need some little creativity, I convert that creativity or that product presentation, or I use that product for my own purpose, to display, to get appreciation, to get more clients or projects. I present it in a wallpaper way, wallpaper manner. I present it little abstractive way, but that way I'll be able to give or show my artwork, but also it also gives an expression that your to the client, to the future client, or the whatever the client is looking for in the market. So my artwork can also explain them by just appearing in front of them, that their product can be presented in this such way also, or this kind of presentation. That means the person who is designing for me, or this such kind of product presentation, he or she can do my work. So he will be confirmed, he will be uh, precise to think, okay, I think I need to approach this designer, whoever made this wallpaper presentation or wallpaper. I would like to approach him, and I'll offer my requirement. If it is possible, it will go good. So you need to give that break to the client who is looking for the some designer for his or her project. By what? By presentation of your artwork. So what is right now a good presentation? Everyone needs a good screen. Everyone is living on digital screen. So there is the best requirement, bigger requirement of good wallpaper, good background image for their screens. So what happens? We can create those, we can sell those, we can display those to get more kind of projects and clients or money, anything. So I think wallpapers are good source to display or to earn. So here I'm creating this wall. Now what I've done, I've created an inner object, I created an outer object. Let's change the name again. I've duplicated from the previous object, so I'll say button. Okay, and the first one is base body. Now to selecting base body, I will add a subdivision surface modifier, and I'll raise level viewport 2, and then here still I can see facet effect. So I'll say selecting those object, and I'll say right click, shade smooth. Here I can see the smooth surface, this one, shade smooth. It's okay, but I need to show, why I need to add a subdivision surface, because see, you see the still the jagged edges, the curves is jagged. So the, let's give this modifier here too. Now it's a good run. Okay, so now what next? This is the product, but this product is having some issues. Can you see? This is the object where it is little denty here in the corner. What we can do? Let's see. uh, I guess one thing we can do, let's select this, let's grow, let's scale it, right click, relax. Okay, now one more thing we have to do, let's change this to little relax mode, control minus, right click, relax. But here I will relax it little, twice, 4 times. Then I'll take edge loop of these and right click again, relax, check out. Okay, this is fine. Now go to object mode. See, I have a little smoothen it out. Okay, now again I have to do something. Let's select these, right click, select this, again make a selection, sorry, go to face selection, then select these 4 segments, select, keep growing it, change it here, right click, relax. I guess I will get my tint goes off. Yes, okay, little fine, but little, yeah, that's it. This is fine. Okay, that's done. Now what I need, I will add an empty plane axis in between. You want to see wireframe? See, yeah. Why this? It will come up later. Why it is? So now I will select this. I'll say buttons, empty. So I'm trying to connect these two objects as a child to the parent called this empty object, that is buttons empty. I will select empty object first, then I'll make a box selection this way. I'm sorry, again I have to do it. So this way, make sure your prime selection, that means if you're selecting in this manner, you should select the empty very last. Automatically it will become a prime selection. That will be the first selection, that will be a parent object after you right click and parent it as an object. See here you will see that parent object is buttons empty, and the children objects are base, body and button. These two are the mesh object which are been parented to this empty. Now why I did this? So I can play by selecting only one object. See, G, good, rotate, good, scale, even good. So now what? Now let's create a scene for a wallpaper. So let's say shift A, create a mesh of plane, go to tab, go to edit mode by pressing tab, press A to select all the whole part of the object inside the plane, scale, drag it out as much as scale it up, how what the part what the size you want. So I'll say go with this. Okay, yeah, this is okay. Now go to object mode by pressing tab, press R, press X and press 90 degree, so it will rotate to the x-axis in 90 degree angle. Now press G and Y to go push this back object little back in Y direction. Now you see here I can see the front. So what I'll do, I'll create a camera, normal camera in front of this. Now what I will do, let's place this camera here. So the view I am seeing is camera view. By pressing 0 on numpad, it will change the view to camera to normal viewport. Here in this viewport I don't want this tool, so I'll press T to hide it out. Now I can zoom and zoom out. What kind of resolution I have? Generally I have in Blender, whenever I create my camera or whenever I want to render it, it will always render first by this setting, 1920 pixel by 1080 pixel as the image or as the video size. So what I will do, I will be changing this size to 4K. So for that I have created my own add-on for selecting the resolutions, that is press N. I have this version 2 in my daily use, but version 1 of the same add-on is been uploaded, is been in selling on Blender Market or in the banner tri-vima creatives. So you can search it here, search in there and you can buy it out. So this add-on, what it gives different types of resolution. It can change the resolution, it can switch to width to height and height to width. It has facility. While animation, what FPS I want to decide. I want to render an image, I want to render an animation, I want to render a viewport. I have the buttons, and from here I can directly go to my web browser or my contacts like email ID or etc. So now I need a 4K. I have here 1K, 2K, 4K and 8K resolutions of rendering, and I also have a YouTube resolution, Instagram resolution, Facebook resolution, Dribble, Behance, Gumroad and ArtStation. So what I need an 4K resolution right now. See here it got changed. So that's it, and I'll switch in to go get rid of it right now, switch it off, that panel. Now let's play with the camera. Either you play it here so you can see where it is going. So I will push it here this way, and you want to see where it is here. So let's go with this. Now let's change the camera settings. I will use depth of field later on, but first of all I want to arrange my outliner, that is this panel. So select camera, press M in the viewport, click to new collection, give a name to that collection, cameras. Okay, now the camera object is shifted to collection called cameras. Now plane is my background, so let's give BG plate and press M here, say background. Okay, Now it is shifted to there. Now one more thing I need, that is lights. Select scene collection here, this icon. So whatever you will create, it will be created inside this collection. It will be created to the center of this origin where you have cursor, 3D cursor. Wherever the 3D cursor exists or placed, whatever you create after that, it will be created in the viewport on just right to the place of 3D cursor where it is. So I'll create lights, press shift A, and you will get again this list of add, and here I will create area light. Let's position it. Okay, now one thing, how will I understand what is right or not, how the texture will be, how lights I can see, what kind of light and what will be the look and appearance of environment or not. So for that I need here to see once in viewport shading, we call it display render preview. Click to it. I can't see anything, so let's change some elements which I do. Go to this icon, we call it display scene and their view layers. So there I will say view layers. I'll click to here blender files. I'll go here to the material drop down. I don't want any material right now. Select them and right click. Don't press directly delete. Right click to them and click to this delete option. Done. Now come back to viewport layer. Now what? I will create first I will create this light in collection. I'll shift this to the collection called lights. Okay. Now what I have to do? Now I'll come back to my business, that is I need a texture. So what I will do, I'll select an object or I'll select a background. Let's create a texture to that background. Click material, say BG, that is background. Let's arrange some here so I can see what I have here. It's good. Let's click to this. Okay. So now the lights. First of all, here in shader we have two things important, 2 to 3 things where I need to work on two things, that is object to shade or to material or to texture the object. I need to work in this panel. If I want to work with environment, I will work on this world panel where I just have to make this color, wait a minute, yeah, make this color black. I cannot see anything. Okay, it's okay. Either you don't want to black it out, just click to this option called strength where you can give some value to brighten the environment. You increase the number by 1 or more than 1, or you just zero it the value, so it will be automatically black scene. So now how it will be appeared as in render, what will be the settings for render? I am not using today this EV. I will use cycles. I'll set device option to GPU compute. In sampling, viewport sampling max samples I will do 150 or 100. Click to denoise, and then renders max samples I will do 100. Let's close this, close some stuff. Now click to simple, check and switch on. Nothing else, you don't need to go inside and change something, just click to simple, and if you need some better support while rendering, so some things it will simplify. Performance, I need to think of memory tile size, that is always should be, I always keep 256, that's better. Color management, if you are good with lighting and your texture colors and your color management, I think you won't need any photoshopping after your render, but still sometimes we feel that little bit we want to do it, you can do it. So now here always I play with in between medium contrast to very high contrast, sometimes high contrast or according to the scene or the requirement. Let's keep it very high contrast, don't worry about it, won't be harsh. Now one thing here, it's very complete very black background. Go to this, select an object, this is here. Okay, now why I can't see anything, because I have never yet touched to this light. Let's do disk, the size you can use the area light. I'm giving 10,000 and voila, but size is small, so it is very harsh, so let's keep it 10. Okay, not enough, let's keep it 50. Awesome. Okay, but it's too big, so what we'll do, 25, or it's okay, and let's increase the scale. Edit, select all, scale it up. Okay, but it doesn't mean this is okay or this is, let's change the value of power of this light. Keep it 5000. Okay, good for now, and keep this size to 20, I guess. Let's change the distance. Okay, side view, give a little rotate, shift D, go down, rotate again, but little further. Front view, rotate it this way. Okay, let's go a little up. Yeah, I guess shift D again only for this, but change the shape to rectangle, change it to 5. Go to top view, you can see 75 the distance. I guess this is enough. Okay, this is good. Okay, one more light, simple single. Okay, now change the settings like power 1500, or yeah, good. This one 5000, this one 5000, this one 5000. This is not good. Let's give this to 3500. Okay, let's go this to 5000, then this should be more or less than better. This one to 4000. Okay, now the position can play the game like this way. Now what exactly I want in this, these are the lights which I created. Now the button game, so I'll say this is the buttons empty 01. Okay, right click, duplicate, so select all. Okay, and shift D. Okay, here it is. Now what I have to do, change the name first. Okay, now selected R twice, press R twice, and you can rotate randomly any direction. Position it, scale it, position it front or back, wherever you like. Okay, this is nice. Okay, you can scale it little back, or you just here do this. That's it. Now again select shift D. Now R twice. Good. Shift D. Again. Good. Again shift D, I guess. Yeah. Here. R again. You want to do it this. Now you can try it again. Okay. Now few more things. Shift D. Now just have to scale it first. Now R. Okay. Shift D again, little here, or let's change this course here, and this one here. Next shift D, a little here, rotate. Okay, best. So now by top view I will arrange this. This one, let it be here, this one here. Okay, okay, and let's arrange it properly so we can get it correctly. Yeah, so I want a little close, little close. Okay, then G, of course I will put it little back, or I guess this is good, little here. Yeah, nice. Then next one, good. I guess this is good. Okay, so here what I'm trying to do, these I'll be positioning in a manner of to show a depth of field, so I'll be creating such scene. Yeah, let's have this little close. Okay, now here I need to see the lights, because here we don't have a light here for my scene, so this is enough. Now yet I am using only single texture, but I need to do other work, so that's why I have done this. Let's have this one copy, shift D, and nice. But I guess okay, now let's change the name, 304 05 06 07 and 08, turn around, 9. Okay, 9, nice numbers. Okay, so this is done. Now in camera I need one more empty to create a target, means where to focus, so that is DOF camera target. Okay, so now go to camera, click here to camera object properties, click to on this this tick, check this box for depth of field, select the target by picking in the list or in from outline. This is done. Now why this is not getting focused, because the way of this, so let's give it 0.5. okay, now let's change the colors. First color is this, so now I'll click to this object and I'll focus it, so I will be off from camera. I can rotate it properly. I can give it texture now. What kind of texture I want to? Let's try something weird. So I'll use a gradient. So I'll say color 1. Okay. So I'll use color 1. Shift A. Press color ramp. Click to here. Shift A. Search. Use gradient. Pick it here. If you have an add-on switched on or installed, that is node wrangler, then you can use by selecting this node and press Ctrl T and you will get a coordinate system connected already. So in here texture coordinate and mapping is connected to this texture coordinate node, and here whichever type of coordinate system you want to connect with your object, you can do it. If you have unwrapped, then you can use UV. You don't know anything, you can go with generated or go with object, so it will work according to the object shape or the object's design. It will according to set by according to your object your textures. So now here I'll connect this to this line, to this. Wow, see what an texture, just in a simple way. Okay, this is good. Let's add something in between, that is noise texture. Click here. Awesome. Let's put it big. Let's have a detail like 6 or 10. Let's go with 1.5 scale. This is nice, but better to be 1. Let's have a little roughness or keep it as and go to detail with 5. Now change the color. Let's have a color like red. Okay, a little saturated. Okay, and a little pink color, like a little this one. But you see, you don't have a very strong saturated color. Why? Either you are working with some color tones, like I want a little darker color, or I can play with this. See, you got it. So here whatever you want more, you shift that node tracker, the color tracker, to that. Okay, so details I will go back to 2. This is fine. You can here go with quadratic. This is also good, but it's too much. Spherical, it's okay, but better to be linear. It's fine enough. This is done. Now I need to make it little glossy, so I'll make roughness very 0. So see, it looks like little plastic, a little rubber, but I want this to be little glossy. Inside part I need it to be a little matte but rubber. This should be plastic, so I can make a little roughness. Okay, this is it. Now select here this object, click again to color 1, press this duplicate icon. Now change the color name to 2. Okay, now let's flip this and increase this effect, or let's directly go to, let's remove this noise texture. Let's have this little less color effect, and I'll do it quadratic, I don't know, spherical, easing. Okay, but what is happening, it's not giving me any shapes, you see. So what I will do, I'll try to create, sorry, I have a little disturbance, it's okay. See, let's flip it. I guess this is fine, but I don't want anything like effective. But you see, this is not giving me that look, that feeling. Let's go with different color. What different color? Let's go black and white, and in between. Okay, let's go with this little, yeah, nice. And now I need some design in between. There's something I need, like something. Let's have this color ramp here. Okay, let's have a wave texture here. Connect this to this vector, connect a color or a factor to this color ramp, make this color to from linear, this color ramp to from linear to constant. Click it here somewhere and then check it out. Ooh, what I want just 1. Okay, let's see. Yeah, but I don't want bands, I need ring. So now what? Ooh, okay, I need it y-axis. Let's see. Yes, click to this. Wow. So now if I press shift and I drag the scale value, I will get a size. Okay, amazing. This is what I want, but I don't have any effect here. So what I want to do, I want to mix this. So to mix this effect, yeah, shift and control, I guess, shift and control, and drag down by by holding right click and towards the next node which you want to mix it, and leave it together, so you will get this mix node. Now if you want to do multiply, you will get a multiply. You want it add, you will get that. Clamp it so it will be correct. See, so I'll keep it this way. I have a rubber effect, so I need to create one more set of effect, that is noise texture node. Here I will create Control Shift D this duplicate mapping, and I'll connect this to noise texture. I'll create a color ramp. I'll duplicate this. I'll click to reset. Go to factor. Click here. Let's check this. If you are still Node Wrangler using Node Wrangler, your add-on is on. Then by holding Control and Shift, click to this node, and it will get temporarily displayed on your object. So what it is, I can see that this is your effect. So I'll increase the detail. I can increase the noise, but I have to increase the scale. The scale should be such a way that appears like rough surface or such effect. So let's do this. Now shift control and left click to this, it'll come back here. Go to normal, connect this to normal, but I'm not getting any output correctly. So what I have to do, shift A, use node called bump, click here. Don't use normal connection, use and connect it to heights. Now see, you can see this. Okay, I need to increase this. Yes, then I can use the strength. If I am using this much, then I have to use the less strength, but this is not enough. It appears like a little leathery, so I'll do this. I will use 0.5. Let's see what it gives. This is nice, but one thing, I don't want this to be affected here. So what I will do, okay, so I need that much part to be something other, or not to be shown in bump. So I'll use this as an alpha. So let's create a mix node, sorry, not mix node, mix RGB. I'll hold it here. I'll connect this to the factor. Let's close this. See, I have here, I have put it here. Connect this to factor. Okay, now you see you don't have any noise in this. That's it. I only want that. So clamp it out. By clamp you can play with this, but better you keep it as it is, because we have here mix node, we have mix attribute or mix blending option, so you can't use this. Okay, so that's it. Here we have this thing. Now a little shine we want, so I can increase this specular to 5.5, and of course roughness you can increase, but you want little effect, so this is good. And same way you want some roughness or shine to be managed, so this node you can connect it here, you'll get a different output, and if you connect here you'll get different output. You can see, you want to check, see. Okay, so I don't want this. Let's disconnect by control and right click and cut this connection by knife. You'll get this off. Okay, this is good. I was looking what I've imagined, and I found it. So let's go back to 0, pressing 0. I get this. Let's have this single little off. Scale it up, R, a little, tilt it, something. Now let's change this. I don't want this gradient color. Let's delete this. Let's have a simple color option, that is a red. Nice. You see, little saturated, but I need something in this instance. So what I'll do, I'll drag and drop this color both here, a little lighter color. Yeah, see this, a little darker, or a white. See the effect, little plastic effect. This is nice. Okay, I'll change it to little shape or little. Yes, I got it. Okay, so press back again. Now same way, this is color, but everywhere I will keep the same. So this will be button color 01, correct, and this one will be everywhere, like here. Okay, I'll press 2, duplicate and name it 2. Change the color, you can change it in a manner somewhere here. So same way you have to do it. Okay, now to this color 3. Oh yeah, I forgot this to say. This should be same. Let's keep it same. Let's feel the effect. Again. Okay. Again. Nice. Let's have this little color here. This will be good. Then Okay, again this one, color 3, to rename it color 4. Then use it this color, or you can go with lighter and then go with green. Okay, better keep it in this part, not this part, yeah. Okay, then this one. Okay, acha, I need this to be given, oh, it should be, it's near to this screen camera. So I'm giving textures, I'm applying shaders to the objects which I have imagining. Okay, this is too dark, harsh. Let's keep it a little darker. Let's keep it a little gray. No, keep it here. Yeah, this is fine. And let's keep this reverse, or keep it a little yellowish, a little brighter. Fine. Let's go here. Amazing. Now this one, let's give this last, or this one white. Okay, this one I forgot to give button color 1. Let's give this 6 and give a name. Let's give this color white, not completely white. Let's put white color. Let's saturate it. Okay, give it a brighter part. Let's give this saturated part a little gray or black tint. Goes little white or goes completely. I guess this is nice. This is nice. Okay, this better be this. And here I will change it to. So that means I need to change this. Okay, I need to change this little this way and put this color to gray. Not much. Make it black or a little whiter. Fine. This is enough. This one I'll keep it 7. Change it, create color like orange, the brighter tone, and then change it to red something, light away. Increase it something around here. Let's put this to bright red. Let's have this orange strongly. Let's zoom this here. Okay, now I need to make it saturation completely strong. So what I'll do, keep this. Okay, now last 2. Okay, wait a minute, always I keep forgetting this. 8. Oh, now I need little pastel look, so I can go with this actual yellow, or not pastel, but it should be, and this will be a green or something, or pink or something, some sort of. Let's go and see closely what type of color you want. You can go with red, you can go with green, you can go with, yeah, this is nice. Okay, I need to change this object texture here. Let's give it this one. Okay, not this. Okay, so at last, oh sorry. Okay, this is 8, 9. Now what else I can do? Let's create this blue or red again, or pink, and like white or something. Let's increase this. This is good. Okay, I'll have this here. Yeah, this is good. Yes, yes, yes. It's done. Now again I'll come back to my camera. I'll change the f-stops 0.5. I'm getting this nice depth of field. This one I want it little here. Yeah, okay, that's good. So now what else? I need to change colors of background. Okay, if I do this dark background, it will look like this. If I do it bright, it will look like this. So if I reduce the roughness of this background, doesn't appear such, but it will show the shapes of my lights what I've used. So better keep it same, 5.5.5, this specular and roughness is good enough. But I need one more light. So what I'll do, I increase this to 7500 to get it that bright part. But one thing also I need to show, that is Shift D. I'll keep this here, rotate it 0, minus 90, go to front, get down here. Okay, let's go to left. Awesome. Okay, 5000. Let's go with 10, the size of this, and you'll get this output. Now one more thing, I need these to be shaped properly. So I'll rotate it. I'll increase it to 7500. Let's see what it gives. Yes, yes, yes. So now, so sorry if you heard some disturbance. It's always my kids. They like to get in between. It's okay. Yeah, so here is my wallpaper. Now how will I render it? So uh, I've done my render settings. I've done the resolution fixation. If you want it to be rendered and saved it automatically, you give a path, or just go to the add-on which I've used, or just go to the render menu and click to render image. I will use this. So before that, I always do this action. I do this setup. I change this part, and then this is the output where I will see render. It's getting rendered, and till then I will save this output. Let's give it a name that 01 underscore 3D underscore abstract underscore background. Okay, this will be the file I will save, and whatever it will get rendered, I will save it in the same name, and but I will save it in the format of PNG, just like here. Okay, so let's wait. It's getting rendered. It's good. Yeah, so please do follow on Instagram tri-vima creatives. Also subscribe tri-vima creatives on YouTube. If you have any doubts, comment me there, or you can mail me regarding to this. I do sell my what do you say? I do sell my objects, models, my materials which I create, my tutorials on Blender Market, Blender Kit, where I also upload those same assets for others to use. And I do freelance work, but I try to keep it selective. So if you have any doubts regarding to this, keep me posted. I'll try to help you out as much as possible. And also I will be creating lots of this type of abstract background tutorial too, much more possibly daily. I will create this tutorials and I'll post it on YouTube. So here is our output. Let's save it. Alt save, Alt S. Let's save it in the same name, 01 underscore 3D underscore abstract underscore background. Okay, PNG, save. So that's it. Thank you. Uh, and thank you for having me. Thank you for watching this tutorial. Do keep watching, and I'll keep posting new tutorials regarding to new artwork. Thank you. Thank you for now. See you on next time. Thank you for watching this tutorial. Do keep watching, and I'll keep posting new tutorials regarding to new artwork. Thank you. Thank you for now. See you on next time.